because you've done that, your creations, like what you focus on, it has more oomph behind it, right? It has more power. If your energy is like this golden sphere, right? This golden ball. In the past, there were drains, right? Draining your life force energy. When you went to create something new, there wasn't enough power, enough energy to fuel your manifestation. Now that you've cut all of everything off, your energy, it's whole, it's pure, and it's clean, it's alchemized, it's pure, it's potent, right? So now what you direct your energy towards, it's like boom, right? Like a lightning bolt. And that's because you have full use of your life force energy. So it's a karmic adjustment for you in the present. It's a karmic adjustment for your children in the future, and their children and their children, but it's also a karmic adjustment for your ancestors. Hey guys, welcome in. My name is Brianna, and this is going to be a recap of the last collective reading we did. I get super nervous when I hit play on the camera. Okay. Anyway, this is going to be a recap of the last collective reading we did, and we got a lot of messages that came through that last reading, so I'm just going to try to sum them all up, right? Sum them all up and put them in the nice little video for you guys. The overall energy of the last reading was the sun moving into the sign of Pisces. Okay, so I've got my notes here, guys. I'm just gonna be probably facing this way a lot so that I can look at what I have written down here. So the sun moved into the sign of Pisces yesterday on the 18th, I believe it was. But there's like I want to say a parade of energies in the sign of Pisces, because not only is the sun in Pisces, we've also got Saturn in Pisces. We know that Saturn is the father, the disciplinary, the test, right? Saturn is very firm in the sign of Pisces. We've got Neptune in the sign of Pisces. Neptune is very deep emotional energy, but not only that, it's Christ-filled emotional energy. Neptune represents like devotion and sensitivity and beauty and higher love, right? There are varying degrees of this energy, right? Because in mainstream astrology, lots of people will tell you that Neptune represents like delusion and illusion and confusion, and it can, but there's also an ascended quality of Neptune energy, right? So that energy is in the sign of Pisces. And then we have Mercury also in the sign of Pisces. Mercury is the bridge that connects the higher self to the lower self, right? The bridge of communication that connects in my last video, I described Mercury as a slide, right? When our higher self wants to send communication down to our physical self, it'll send it through this tunnel, this channel of communication, and that channel is Mercury, right? So Mercury is the bridge of communication, and that energy is in the sign of Pisces as well. Pisces is a Christ-filled sign, right? Pisces is one of two Christ-filled signs. Pisces is one and Cancer is the other one. Christ-filled because they have a capacity to love on a very deep level, right? Pisces is the fish. So Pisces swims through the waters of emotion, right? Cancer is the crab, right? But Cancer's power is to build foundations, right? Cancer builds the foundation of a structure, and it builds it through love, right? Christ-filled love. Pisces is the power to save through sacrificial love. Do you guys know any Pisces? If you know a Pisces, then you know that they believe that they can solve any problem through love. My daughter is a Pisces. She's a Pisces sun. And an example of this is yesterday I was feeling like a little moody, right? A little irritated because my video was taking just a little bit longer. Not a little bit longer. It was taking very long to upload to YouTube, and I had to keep like canceling the upload and starting it again, and it was just taking a very long time, like hours and hours and hours. And after the third time of having to cancel the video and re-upload it, I was feeling a little irritated. It was around lunchtime for my daughter, and she was like, "Mommy, do you need a hug?" And I was like, "No, I'm fine." Like, still ruffling around, like, "No, I'm fine, I don't need a hug." And she's like, "Well, can I give you a hug?" And I was like, "Why? Like, why do you want to give me a hug?" And she's like, "I can feel that your energy is a little off, and I don't want that negative energy in my food," because I was making her lunch, right? So that's an example of Piscean energy attempting to solve a challenge, attempting to solve a problem through the offering of sacrificial love. And in that instance, it worked, because as soon as she said that, I laughed, and my irritation, it just dissolved, right? So that's the power of Piscean energy. I also want to talk about how, I don't know if I should go there, but me personally, I just feel like Piscean children, right? Whenever a child, a soul incarnates in the sign of Pisces, they're on some sort of rescue mission, right? They're on some sort of mission. They incarnate in that sign because someone in the area needs love. Someone in the area needs to be uplifted through love, right? So the sun, oh my God, the sun is the fuel, the sun is the power, right? The sun is source, the sun illuminates and reveals and charges up everything in its vicinity. So the sun moving through this area of the sky, this Piscean area of the sky, with all of these other planets here, Saturn, Neptune, and Mercury here as well, the sun is going to be illuminating, highlighting, heightening all of these energies. It could be very emotional, right? Because Pisces and Neptune here, Pisces is the ocean. I'm sorry, Neptune is the ocean, right? Neptune is the sea, and Pisces is the fish that swims through the sea. So it could be a very emotional time. Maybe your emotions are being highlighted as a form of communication so that you can open up. What does this say? Open up. Heart opening. Open your heart. Open your heart. Open your imagination. Redeem your heart. Redeem your love. Redeem your capacity to love. Redeem your capacity to use love to solve problems. Redeem your capacity to imagine, create, dream bigger. With Saturn here, there's going to be some sort of pressure, right? Some sort of test, some sort of fire, right? That's pushing us to either solve the problem of Pisces. If there's a blockage in this area, this energy wants us to be aware of it so that we can remove it, dissolve it, alchemize it. That way The sun can like nurture it, grow it, fuel your love. The overall purpose of all of this, right? The reason that these energies are pushing us to do these things is so that we can give back in a more authentic way, right? So that we can show up in a more authentic way. Our heart, our love is an important aspect of creation, right? Because when our heart is open, when our heart is open, I want to say divine energies. Let's just say this sun energy, right? The sun energy source. When our heart is open, source energy has a pure channel to pour through. If our heart is closed and blocked, then that energy, that creative energy, that energy we can channel for growth, right? That energy is blocked. If our heart is blocked, that energy is blocked. It doesn't have a pure channel. If we have limitations and restrictions around love in general, giving love, receiving love, then the sun energy that wants to pour through is limited as well, right? So the intention of all of these energies pushing us in this direction to open our heart, deepen our capacity to love and give love, share love, it's because our higher self, source, spirit, the divine, God wants us to embody our authentic expression, right? Authentic expression. When our heart is open, soul integration happens more seamlessly, right? And soul integration is just when an aspect of our soul, our higher self, is permanently integrated into our avatar, into our character, our 3D vessel, and we express it, right? We express it freely. So these energies are pushing us in this direction so that we can embody more authenticity, more openness and genuineness, right? And give back to the collective. So that was a mouthful. You want to check the house in your birth chart where all of these energies are being highlighted, right? The house in your birth chart is just going to be like an area of your life. Is it your personality? Is it your internal world, your emotional energies? Is it your career, right? Is it your love life? Where is this Piscean energy being activated? Remember that Pisces saves through sacrificial love. So an area of your life that needs to be redeemed, right? Redeemed. Pisces is here to pour love into that area of your life so that it can be redeemed, uplifted. In esoteric astrology, I believe that Pluto is the ruler of Pisces. I may not be correct. That may not be correct. But it's very, Piscean energy is very Plutonic, right? It lifts the shadow, the underbelly, right? It lifts the shadow up to the light so that it can be redeemed. Going back to that example of my daughter yesterday, she highlighted the shadow, which was my attitude. She highlighted the shadow, and then she offered love as a solution. So Piscean energy wants to offer love as a solution to a problem in a certain area of your life, wherever this Piscean energy is for you. For me, I have Pisces in my 10th house. the 10th house is ruled by Capricorn, right? Capricorn is the practical mystic. The practical mystic. This area, this 10th house area, it's also called the midhaven, right? It's the highest point. It's your dharmic offering, right? So Pisces is attempting to help me clean up this area of my chart, like career and how I show up, where I show up, and where I want to climb as far as like my career, my professional life. Piscean energy is helping me clean up this area of my life so that I can dharmic offering, right? It's what I give to the collective, what I have to offer to the collective so that that can be pure, right? So check the house where you have Pisces and all of these other energies, Saturn, Neptune, and Mercury. And then after I did the reading, I realized that the entire reading was infused with Piscean energy. The reading, once we got into the reading, it was about the collective liberating themselves. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm not very close to the mic. The collective liberating themselves, right? Not only liberating themselves, but also liberating their ancestors. So the collective solved some sort of problem in their personal lives. They solved a problem by this solution to this problem has been in the works for a long time. So they didn't just solve a problem. They've been working at it. We've been working at it for years, right? Up to 3 years, maybe even longer. We've been working at solving this problem, and according to the reading, a lot of us have done it, right? We solved this problem, and we did it by constantly turning back to ourselves, right? Becoming neutral, internally neutral, not reactive, non-reactive to life's challenges. Instead of reacting, we observed, we studied. I'm going like this because this is some kind of barrier, I guess, some kind of boundary. So instead of reacting to life's challenges, we learn to detach and observe, right? Detach mentally and emotionally so that these challenges, life's challenges, aren't triggering us in a way that causes an automatic response. And like I said, this process wasn't easy because in order to get to that level where you're very reserved, right? There's chaos all around you. An older version of you would have responded, reacted. I'm having this, someone in a shower, right? Someone in a shower, they get in the shower and the water is cold. It's winter time, the water is cold, or the water starts out warm and then it starts to get cold, faster than normal. They get out of the shower and they go into the kitchen, into the laundry room, and they see that someone is washing clothes. Someone is washing clothes on the hottest setting, right? It's the morning time, right? Where people go to take their shower, but someone decided to wash clothes on the hottest setting and drain all of the hot water from the rest of the house so that they can wash their clothes in hot water. So an older version of you in that scenario may have responded a certain way, but this more reserved version of you observes, right? Okay, this happened. That's kind of messed up. It's kind of selfish and inconsiderate, but we carry on so you don't get tripped up by what used to trip you up. Where was I going with that? So, oh my goodness, what was I even talking about? So, I started with Piscean energy. The entire reading was about Piscean energy. Okay, let's just go back to that. The entire reading is about Piscean energy because you've done something, right? You've ascended out of karmic. We had the tree of life, right? You've ascended out of a karmic family tree. You've broken free, right? And you did this through sacrifice, self-sacrifice. You sacrificed your comfort, right? You've sacrificed your ability to move around like you want to move around because you were in this period of isolation and observing and training, right? Or not training, preparing, collecting data. So you made a huge sacrifice, and within this sacrifice you found the key to ascending, and the key is self-preservation, right? Taming your shadow, controlling your shadow, right? Controlling your shadow so that your shadow doesn't control you. Back to that example of the cold water in the shower. Controlling your shadow. So that your shadow doesn't control you. If your shadow was in control, you would have been cussing everybody out. Like, how dare you? Why would you? It's, it's 8 a.m. People take showers at this time. Like, why are you siphoning all of that? Like, your shadow would have reacted. But the key was to your energy, contain your energy, right? The key is containing your energy, preserving your energy, alchemizing it, and then directing it toward where you want it to go. So you found that key in this period of solitude, and you've done this. It took years and years, trial and error, right? You may have been in some sort of hermit energy. Hermit? We did see the Hermit card come out. The Hermit card came out twice. Self-mastery. So you've done this, and maybe you thought that you were just doing this for yourself, but it turns out that your ancestors were watching you, and now your ancestors are celebrating your victory because your victory is actually their victory as well. And your victory is their victory because now they have this blueprint, right? Like I mentioned in the last reading, if you're the first to do this in your line, right? If you're the first to break free, break through, then it's the people, your great great grandparents and their great great grandparents, they didn't know how to do it. They didn't know how to do it. But because you've done it, now they have a new blueprint. They have a new map to follow. So they celebrate because they have like an upper hand, an elevated perspective, right? Now when they incarnate like, if we think of it as a game, like a video game. Now when their player enters the game, they have more codes, right? More codes to use. So when life's challenges come at them, they can tap into the Akashic, right? The Akashic energy of your line. They have that data to pull from. They have those codes. So when life's challenges come at them, I can just do this. to overcome. Oh, I need to do this, right? I need to pull back to overcome this challenge. Okay, so that's the Pisces. That was the Piscean energy in the entire reading. Your journey, your incarnation was, maybe you didn't realize it, but it was some sort of self-sacrifice, right? Self-sacrifice so that you can unlock, find the key for yourself, and find the key that you can like pass to your ancestors, right? This is a key that your entire bloodline, your children, their children in the future, right? Their children, they won't have to face the same challenges you face, not at the degree that you face them, because you've already transcended that, right? So you've found this key during your incarnation that you can pass down to your children, but not only that, it transcends time, right? So it goes back. So when your ancestors come to reincarnate, they have the key, they have the benefit of the key as well. Okay? So sacrificial love, right? Sacrificial love, Piscean energy. Piscean is like social work, rescue work, right? The tree of life, we got that. So we talked about lack. Did we talk about lack for your ancestors? I feel like the lack that you've transcended for them was some sort of spiritual poverty, energetic poverty, lack of material comfort. So this could be like physical poverty. Maybe your family has, maybe you come from a family that didn't really have much, right? Not physically, not energetically, not spiritually, right? So you learning how to contain, retain, harness your spiritual energy is like a golden key for your ancestors, right? So now they've not only have you ascended out of a timeline of spiritual poverty, energetic poverty, financial poverty, your ancestors, you've unlocked this for your ancestors as well. Okay, so no more lack, some sort of karmic adjustment is occurring. A karmic adjustment is occurring, and this karmic adjustment is going to transcend time, right? So it's a karmic adjustment for you in the present. It's a karmic adjustment for your children in the future, and their children and their children, but it's also a karmic adjustment for your ancestors in the past. So there is a karmic balance happening right now, and because you are here in the physical, you're going to see some sort of proof pop up, right? Some sort of evidence of this is going to pop up in your reality. It's cold. Some sort of physical evidence is going to pop up for you because you've mastered yourself. Not only that, right? This is more of that Piscean energy. Because you've learned to harness your energy, alchemize your energy, and direct your energy, because you've done that, your creations, like what you focus on, it has more oomph behind it, right? It has more power behind it. It has more energy behind it, your creations, because now if your energy is like this golden sphere, right? This golden ball. In the past there were drains, right? Draining your life force energy through impure connections, connections that didn't feel good. Maybe you were misdirecting your energy, burning your energy out, right, in the past. So when you went to create something new, there wasn't enough power, enough energy to fuel your manifestation. Now that you've cut all of everything off, your energy, it's whole, it's pure, and it's clean, it's alchemized, it's pure, it's potent, right? So now what you direct your energy towards, it's like boom, right? Like a lightning bolt. So you can create more powerfully, more potently, and that's because you have full use of your life force energy. And I feel like this Piscean energy, all of these, this parade of cosmic energy in the sign of Pisces, I feel like it's trying to help us, or it's wanting to help us purify our heart, right? Our heart is the most powerful tool for manifestation, right? The potency. Our heart is more powerful than our mind in the terms of like frequency. When you think about it as frequency, right? Our heart energy has the most what's the word? The most expansive frequency. The frequency expands further than our thoughts, right? Our thoughts are powerful as they are. They're not as powerful as the heart, and that's because the heart is connected to the soul. The heart is connected to our soul's blueprint. Our heart is connected to our soul's desires. Our soul has these desires because the desires are written in our contract. This is the soul's plan, right? Our heart is connected to the soul's plan. That's why it has the furthest reach, and it has like the greatest, the strongest pull, right? It has the strongest pull. So these Piscean, or all of these energies in the sign of Pisces, is trying to help us, pushing us, because Saturn is here, pushing us to clear out this space, this heart space, declutter this space, connect with our higher self, with Mercury, connect with the depths of our emotions, with Neptune there, and Saturn is like, you gotta do it. Saturn is like, you gotta do it. Like, Saturn is discipline, right? This is what it is. Like, if you, Saturn makes you work for it. If you want to reach the next level, this is what you have to do. And Saturn doesn't want to hear you cry about it. Saturn is the father. He's very firm. So the sun moving over this portion of the sky, right? This Piscean area of the sky, it wants to help us purify our heart space, our capacity to love, bring love, give love, share love, to redeem our love, right? Love in a purified way, so that we can attract more effortlessly and infuse more love into our creations, right? Infuse more of that heart energy into our creations, our manifestations, because sometimes the heart is like the final key. The heart is like the final, like if you're cooking up a recipe or cooking up magic, heart, like love from your heart is like the final ingredient that's gonna like explode everything, or like make the magic work. So we want to be sure that our heart is purified so that we can pour that heart energy, that love energy into our creations. It's going to fuel our manifestations, right? Because our heart is connected to our soul's desires, and when our actions and intentions are aligned with our soul's desires, then the universe takes our orders quick, right? The universe takes our orders quickly because everything is working in alignment, right? Everything is working in alignment. Okay. Karmic adjustment. The key was hidden in the shadows. The key was hidden in the shadows. Mastery of self unlocked a new blueprint. You've unlocked a new blueprint. A new blueprint for your ancestors, but this is your soul's blueprint. Your soul said, yeah, I'm going to do this. Like, your soul was very confident. I don't want to say cocky. I'm not feeling cocky because I'm honestly feeling like a little nervousness, right? There was a lot. There was a lot of expectations. Whew. Chilly. There were a lot of expectations. A lot of people were depending on you. They were counting on you to do this. So you knew that you could do it, but you were also very nervous about doing it because there was a lot of pressure. Your ancestors are celebrating your victory because you're teaching them how to overcome. You've taught them how to overcome. And you mastered material creation, or you are mastering material creation, right? The mastery is just adding that last element, right? Throwing that last ingredient into the cauldron, into the magical pot, right? Throwing that last ingredient of Piscean energy so that you can ascend. I like that explosion energy, right? Ooh, your light is attracting mosquitoes, guys. Your light is attracting mosquitoes. Your light is attracting trouble. Not to scare you or anything. Because there's no trouble that you can't overcome, honestly. If you've done all of this, I feel like you've been preparing for this next level of trouble, and it's not even like, it's more trouble around romance. There's a master of disguise. In the reading yesterday, towards the end of the reading, there was the thief card that came out. The thief, chameleon, master of disguise, and toxic codependency. So, there's a master of disguise and your energy. I'm feeling like trying to find a way in. It's giving it very just like predator, right? Trying to find a way into your energy. Because what's inside, right? Okay, so going back to that sphere, right? That that glowing sphere of energy, right? It radiates lots of light, right? Lots of light. And there's some like I'm seeing it as, I don't want to say that, like sperm trying to like penetrate an egg. That's how I'm seeing it. But all of these energies, these energies are not pure, right? And you don't want them implanted, inserted into your energy. So Your energy feels like paradise. Your energy feels like paradise. I was going to go into... I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it because that explanation is going to take like another 20 minutes. What time is it? 39? Okay, so because your energy feels like paradise, right? There are lots of external energies who are attracted to it. And they're attracted to it because it's like a source. It's a source of pure, powerful fuel for them, right? And this fuel can be harnessed for creation, right? These outside sources, they see you as fuel for creation. Maybe it's not intentional, but this is how I'm seeing it energetically, right? Maybe these people, maybe they might feel like they love you. I love her. I love him. That's the lower octave of this Neptunian energy. Illusion and confusion, rose-tinted glasses, especially in the sign of Pisces. So they may feel like they love you. I love her. I love him. This is love. This is my soulmate. I know it. But what it actually is they see your light as a source of fuel for them. To clarify this, these energies, we had the tree come out. On one hand, okay, no, Spirit says no. The tree, in order for the tree, it was like a huge tree. In order for this tree to sustain, in order for the tree to continue to grow and be as big as it is, right, to bear fruit, in order for the tree to bear fruit, it has to absorb a lot of energy. And in order to absorb a lot of energy, or enough energy, it pulls energy from other sources, right? So nothing else can grow around the tree. The only thing that can grow is the tree, because the roots of the tree, it absorbs all the energy. So we had this tree come out to clarify this parasitic energy that's trying to find a way in to attach. It needs a pure source, or any source, right? It needs a source of energy so that it can continue to grow, right? Sustain. It needs a pure source of energy so that it can bear fruit. We also had the chalice, which is like the Ace of Cups, and stagnation. Stagnation was right behind the chalice. So this chameleon energy may attempt to show up in your reality, or try to gain access to you by offering you a cup, right? A cup of emotion. Doesn't have to be romantic. But this was like a collaboration energy. This external energy was going to attempt to collaborate with you through offering you some sort of cup. And in the card, the cup is it's a big golden chalice, right? So the way I saw it was like this energy, this external energy comes with this cup. Hey, look, I've got this big golden chalice, this big cup of love, but right behind it was stagnation, right? So the chalice is like the mask. The chalice is the mask, behind it, there's nothing, right? Stagnation. In the card stagnation, there's just a desert there. There's nothing growing. Everything's actually dying, right? There's not enough energy for things to bloom. So behind the chalice is stagnation, lack of material growth. So this person is seeking a source of energy so that they can grow, move out of stagnant energy. So just be mindful of that, okay? Your energy feels like paradise. Spirit wants you to focus on your ascension and focus on the work that you're doing, right? Continue to focus on your ascension. Continue to sacrifice what needs to be sacrificed, right? Continue to let go of what needs to be let go of. Like a hot air balloon. A hot air balloon, once it releases the sandbags, right? It releases the weight, then it can ascend higher. So continue to release what needs to be released in order for you to ascend. Continue to ascend. And I did get a message about an upcoming breakthrough. A breakthrough occurring this summer, right? I keep getting that message in the summertime. In the summertime, when the sun is at its fullest, right? Its brightest, its most powerful. It's going to reveal everything. All of the work that you did or didn't do, right? The wheel's going to turn anyway. The wheel turns. You can't stop the wheel from turning. The only thing that you can control is which side of karma you're on when the wheel turns. So in the summertime, this wheel is going to turn and karmic justice will be served, right? No matter which side of karma you're on. So the sun is going to come out in the summertime and reveal all of the work that you've done or have not done. And for those of you who have done the work, and if you are watching this type of content, then I assume that you either have done the work or you're learning, right? You're learning, you're gathering information so that you can integrate and implement so that you ascend, right? You're learning how to ascend. So as long as you put in the effort, right? As long as you are making conscious choices, no, I don't want that. No, I will not settle for that. No, I'm not going to do that. That wasn't right. Let me do this instead, right? As long as you're making conscious choices, learning from the past, then you're aligning yourself with the right side of karma, right? We've got surrender at the bottom of the deck. Trust the process. Trust the process. It says, allow this situation to unfold organically. The wheel of life is turning, ushering an end of one cycle and the beginning of something new. Acceptance, change, endings, and beginnings. Sorry guys, I'm cold. It's cold in here. Okay, so surrender, trust the process. Allow this situation to unfold organically. The wheel of life is turning, ushering an end of one cycle and birthing a new one. This is what I was just talking about, right? The wheel is going to turn regardless. You can't control the wheel. You can't stop the wheel from turning. The only thing that you can control is your actions, your intentions, your emotional energy, right? Your mental energy, where you're putting your focus. That's the only thing that you can control. And those actions, intentions, and intentional direction of energy, that's going to put you on the right side of karma, okay? I'm going to pull some cards to see if we can tie this message up. 4824. Hi guys. Past, we've got a bunch of cards that fell on the floor. I'm gonna grab them. Okay, hold on a second. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so we've got past, a moment in time. Past represents the past, right? We've got family tree. How ironic. Family tree, origin point. It says the family tree represents our lineage, the traits and talents passed down to us, and the lasting impact we leave behind. This is what we've been talking about, right? Disconnecting, breaking free from maybe some lower vibrational traits that were passed down to you. Lower vibrational traits, maybe being born into poverty, right? Not just financial poverty, but energetic poverty, spiritual poverty, lack of support, lack of material comfort, right? You were born into that. And you broke free from that, right? You broke free from that. And it says the family tree represents our lineage, the traits and talents passed down to us, and the lasting impact we leave behind. So this is also about what you're leaving behind, that blueprint, right? That blueprint that we were talking about, that new blueprint that you created for your ancestors. So they have new resources to study, new data to tap into, right? You've upgraded your line, right? You've given them some sort of power up, power boost, because of your sacrificial love, right? Okay, and then we have distraction and choice point. Distraction is attention thief. Attention thief, right? If someone can get your attention, then they get your energy. If we're going back to that glowing sphere of energy, when your attention, where your attention goes, energy flows, right? So if someone can get your attention, harvest your attention. Let's say you're spending so much time thinking about one person, right? You're thinking about this person. You're sending a lot of your energy to that person, right? And they get powered up. They get powered up because now they have your attention. They're feeling better. Even if the connection is impure, right? Even if it doesn't feel good to you, maybe you're worrying, thinking about this person. Okay, distraction is attention thief. It says someone or something may be draining your energy or drawing your focus away from your intended target. Someone or something may be draining your energy or drawing your focus away from your intended target. Assess your priorities to identify areas where your focus can be applied more effectively and where it may be overly concentrated. So this is taking your focus, because your focus is your power. You need that. You need that, right? Your focus is your power. Take your energy, your focus away from this thing that does not feel good, away from this thing, even if it does feel good, right? Here's the thing. Higher love, divine love is going to meet you on the other side of this breakthrough. You're not going to find it here. Everything on this side is connected to the past, right? Divine love, higher love, a love that is pure, is on this side of the breakthrough, right? On this side of the breakthrough. So, even if this connection, I'm getting lust, right? Lustful energies. indulgence. Indulgence in lower vibrational forms of pleasure. Overindulgence in lower vibrational forms of pleasure, you'll know because you'll feel it. After the act, right? After you've reached that peak and you come down, right? You'll know that there's something impure here. There's something off balance. So, even if these connections do feel good to the flesh, even if it does feel good to your ego, right? It's still a lower vibrational form of connection, a lower vibrational form of love. There's higher love on the other side. Higher love is when you reach that peak, you don't come down. You just keep ascending in love, right? It's transcendent love. Transcendent love. You keep ascending in love. There's no coming down. And even when you do come down, you've already ascended so high that your down is not down. It's not as down as what's on this side of the breakthrough, right? Okay. So, assess your priorities to identify areas where your focus can be applied more effectively. So, where can your focus be applied more effectively? What needs to be sacrificed? If we're going back to that hot air balloon, what sandbags need to be cut so that you can ascend? You can ascend into your breakthrough, right? There may be some sort of misdirection of energy, some sort of energy leak. And then we have choice point. Choice point says choose your path. Choose your path. Choose your path. Free will enables us to alter our course at will. So because we have free will, because we have the power to choose, no, not that, this, no, I'm not going that way, I'm going this way, because we have the power to choose, we also have the power to alter our course, right? When we choose one thing over the other, when we minimize one thing and amplify something else, then we attract that thing to us, and we're now moving towards that thing with more power, right? So free will enables us to alter our course at will. A choice point is an opportunity to consciously choose the path and the version of yourself that you wish to progress with. A choice point is an opportunity to consciously make the choice about which path and which version of yourself you want to move forward with. So there may be some sort of crossroads for someone, some sort of decision that needs to be made, like a quick pivot. No, not that, I'm going this way. We've got heart to heart, an overdue conversation, and then yang action. Someone may be coming toward you. Someone may be taking action toward you. They want to talk to you. This may be that chalice, right? That chalice that I was talking about earlier, that cup of love. Someone wants to offer you something. They want to have a heart to heart with you. Let's do one more, please, Spirit. One more. Darkness, a difficult period. It says profound healing takes place in the shadows. Profound healing takes place in the shadows. Persevering through adversity will lead to radical personal transformation. I feel like Spirit. No, you didn't. This is a whole nother message, guys. This is a whole nother message. Okay, what I was gonna say, hold on. No, Spirit said no. Darkness and jealousy. We've got headphones went off. Okay. I feel like every time my headphones go off, it's like spirit's like, no, like don't go there. Don't go there. So, okay, let me read darkness again. Darkness is a difficult period. It says profound healing takes place in the shadows. Persevering through adversity will lead to radical personal transformation. Okay, so if you are in this energy of trying to like penetrate someone's source, right? Trying to penetrate someone's source, even if you're not consciously aware that you're doing this, right? If you are in this energy, if you find yourself like buzzing around someone's energy, watching them, thinking about them a lot, if you find yourself in that energy, even if you feel like you love this person, the best way for you to align with this energy in a positive way, right? In a pure way, organically, naturally align with this person. The best way for you to do this, that way you're not like buzzing around trying to find a way in. When your energy is aligned, when your energy is aligned, there will be a clear pathway for you to come in. Right now, this person, the energy is to, I want to say bright, I want to say protected, right? There are boundaries around this energy, and the boundaries are protected by light, right? And when I say that, what I mean is that the reason why you can't access this energy is because the light is triggering something within you, right? It's either like jealousy, it's either insecurity, it's like wanting to dominate this energy. There's something, the light is illuminating something for you, right? And it's keeping you feeling like you want to get in, right? You want to get in, but you can't get in. So if you want a clear pathway in, then you have to transform, right? Transform those internal energies of jealousy. I mean, jealousy says rooted in insecurity. Rooted in insecurity. Transform those internal insecurities and heal, right? Healing is just going to elevate your frequency. It's going to help you rise in rank. That way you can stand in the light. You can stand in the light of this source and not feel burned by it, because you have nothing to hide. Right now, this light is illuminating some sort of internal something, and it's pushing you away, it's repelling you, it's making you feel like you can't get in. It says profound healing takes place in the shadows, right? So heal yourself, heal your shadows, right? You may feel like you're in some sort of dark night energy. So heal your internal wounds, and then you'll have a clear path, right? A clear path to access. Even if it's just like you want to come and talk to this person, you'll have a clear path, right? I feel like that's it. I feel like something's missing though. Something's missing. I feel like something's missing. What's missing? Cancer. Cancer is that second Christ-filled sign. I build a lighted house. It's Cancer. I build a lighted house. Cancer builds the foundation through love. Let your best qualities radiate through every area of your life. Cancer is about compassion. Maybe this is self-compassion. Self-compassion. Let your best qualities radiate through every area of life. Build a lighted house. Maybe you've built this lighted house and you're in this lighted house, right? But the light attracts mosquitoes. The light is attracting mosquitoes. We've got middle realm. Middle realm. Middle realm is going to be earth, right? Grounded, present. Grounded and present. Stay grounded. Present in mind. Present in mind. A present mind. Stay grounded. Stay present. In this lighted house, right? In your lighted house. Focus on your ascension. Focus on your ascension. Your ancestors are celebrating you. Your ancestors are celebrating your victory because your victory is their victory. When you liberated yourself, you also liberated your ancestors, and that's huge, okay? I'm going to go ahead and leave it here, guys. This is the longest one I've ever done. This is 1 hour. Okay, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.